Hi guys, in today's review we'll be looking at this all-new tooled pre-grouping livery van. It's a 10-ton covered van in the Great Eastern Railway by Oxford Rail. Like I said before, this is all new tooled. It doesn't exist of any other tooling from any other chassis before. It's all brand new and it's pre-grouping, like I said, by Oxford Rail. It's nice to see some more Era 2 or pre-grouping stuff coming through. Not just the coaches, but rolling stock as well. It's fantastic to go with the collection of fantastic locos that are out there. So let's get into it and see what it's all about, shall we? With this model, you do get some details to add yourself, and these are chain links, 3 chain links. You get, I think they are metal as well. If not, they are plastic. They're black, they're in a sealed bag. At least you get them, it's nice in case people want to use them. As we move on to the front or the back of this covered van, depending on your preference, we do have a small NAM coupling already applied. We also have the buffer beam and buffers themselves in black. I think they are metal, if not they are plastic, they're all in black, even the housing is in black. A few rivets there as well. We also have a black hook in the centre if you want to add your chain link couplings that are in the detail bag. Moving on up, we do have some bracing in the bits where the van itself clips onto the chassis of the wagon. They are there. There's lots of rivets and lots of wood details. I'm not sure how well my camera's going to pick them out, but they are there. It's wonderful how crisp they all are. Moving on up, we do have 2 vents either side, and I think they are separately applied, but they are blocked off underneath, which we'll see later. And then we have the roof on top as well. As we move on to the side of the van, both sides are exactly the same. We do have the Great Eastern lettering on the side here. The delivery for me is in like a cream or an off cream. It's there. The doors themselves are moulded to the body, but it doesn't look like they are. It's quite well done by Oxford Rail. There's a wood effect going on and there's lots of rivets everywhere you look, and some hatches too. We also have the number of the wagon, which is 32161, if I got that correct. Moving on down, we do have some more detail. We have some axles and springs, and we also have a handrail for the handbrake that's there. And there's some more printed detail as well on the sole bar or chassis, whatever you want to call it. They are there as well. As we do an aerial view on top of the van now, it's pretty simple. The van itself, roof is grey with a few rain duckets. The rain duckets are over the doors, both sides as well. Failing that, there's not much detail to look at on top. It's quite simple and correct. And finally, as we do an underneath look at this wagon, as you tell, the wagon does have metal wheels and the axles are metal as well. It's a great touch by Oxford Rail. We also have some underframe detail here. There's a spring which is moulded onto the sole bar or the chassis, and some bracing as well. If you look carefully, there's a few holes which I think are for future details for other projects, I'm guessing. That's the way I see it. I could be wrong. We also see a handbrake again for the brakes on the wheels. They are all there. The vents are blocked off underneath, but you're only going to see that if you tip it upside down or it falls off your track. But still, it's a nice touch how Oxford Rail have done it. And then we see the coupling as well. So yeah guys, that's the end of the running session. I'll give my opinion after I've shown you what it ran with, which is the Rapido J70 with a few Hornby 4 and 6 wheel coaches in the teak livery. And then the goods train we had the Oxford Rail N7, which is a fantastic loco, with a mixture of good vehicles from Oxford Rail, Dapol and Hornby. And the guys ran by Oxford Rail as well, and the Bass ones are Oxford Rail too. It looks quite well. My opinion on the model itself is fantastic, saying it's a newly tooled van from a small manufacturer, shall we say. They are separate from Hornby as I understand it. And it came with a reasonable price of £14 with the £4 shipping. It was a reasonable price compared to Rapido's South Eastern Chatham one that's coming out, which is £32 I think. Yeah, it's quite astonishing. And Hornby and Bachmann ones again, around 20, 25, touching £30 again. And they're all old tooled from like the early 2000s and 90s. Like I said, the Rapide one is more of a comparison because it's newly tooled when it comes out. But then again, it's still quite of a high price. Granted, the Oxford Rail one is plastic in places, but it does the part. For me, looks the part is fantastic. The reason I showed the locos coupling up to it is because some people's models of the van, the couplings were facing up and they had trouble coupling up to the locomotive. I've had that in the past with a few of mine, but this one, no issues at all. That's the only reason I've shown it. And I also apologise if I've got anything wrong in the review. I'm not used to reviewing rolling stock. It's really out of my comfort zone. Anyway guys, I hope you liked the review and I will see you in the next one. So please take care. Bye.